Welcome. Our firm is dedicated to being your expert bridge between Asia and Europe, providing leading cross-border legal services with integrity.
Hello everyone, I am Anthony Brianna, a litigation and corporate secretary lawyer. Lately, when a new degree drops or the state locks down the certain industries, I notice a very common reaction among business owners. They get frustrated, they focus on the changing laws, the unexpected market closures, and the tight grip of the state. In psychology, we say these people have an external locus of control. They focus entirely on things they cannot change. And what is the most fascinating is that because they are constantly staring at these external constraints, they end up feeling very, very powerless. They feel like the system is just trying to choke their cash flow and ruin their plans. But as business leaders, our brain should not operate that way. To regain a true sense of control, you need to change your attention right now. You need to switch to an internal locus of control. Stop asking, why is the state making it hard for me? And instantly shift your mind to what is the grand design here and what is my next strategic move. The truth is, standing at the top level of national economic security, the state never creates restrictions just to make life difficult for your capital. Behind every single restriction, there is a still armored defensive strategy designed to protect sovereignty, financial survival, and the local core. As a strategic lawyer, I want to break down the truth of these major policy questions for you, exactly how the top players view the game. The first question in here is why we have the absolute ban. Now, let's talk about the sectors where the door is completely slammed shut. What we call the room 0% or the absolute no-fly zone for foreign capital. The legal essence here is very direct. It is about protecting the absolute monopoly of power and the core sovereignty of the nation. If you let foreign entities touch these specific industries, the state faces a real risk of losing control of the country from the very inside. Let us analyze the exact reasons for each part. Now look at weapons, military equipment, and national cryptography. They are the ultimate tools of state security and secret communication. Now, if you allow foreign companies to manufacture or trade these items, just think about it. How can our defense system remain a secret? It is a massive risk. They could easily install backdoors into the software of the coding to spy on national intelligence. Even worse, if a global political crisis hits, they could suddenly cut off the supply of parts or weapons, and the blood of national defense must flow entirely within the country's own veins. It can never be borrowed or leased from the outside. Second, look at news, press, and television, which is essentially ideological security. In business and in politics, one rule is absolute. Whoever controls the media controls the mind of the crowd. If the state opens the door for foreign media corporations to set up independent channels or stations here, it hands over a massive psychological lever to external forces. They could easily use this soft power to shape public opinion, trigger social confusion, create division between regions, or blow small local issues out of proportion just to push their own country's agenda during big international trade negotiations. Finally, there are two sectors that are very ordinary but are strictly protected, which is private detective services and scrap material collection. You know what? Realistically, foreign private detectives is a legalized form of civil espionage. They can dig directly into the personalized assets and trace secrets of local business leaders and politicians, creating dangerous leverage within the domestic core. And why is foreign capital banned from collecting scrap materials? It is simply to prevent developed nations from turning our country into a tech dumping ground. Importing toxic industrial waste under the nice label of recycled raw materials which would destroy our local environment and public health from the roots up. So, what is the input within your control right now? Instead of sitting around and letting these macro regulations scare you into feeling powerless, it is time to look at the real facts on the ground. The 2026 is moving very fast toward one single direction: real operations, clean financial figures, and absolute compliance. And the times of using gray area setups, drawing up fake contracts, or using local processes to hold assets in restricted sectors are officially dead. With automatic tax filters and anti-international banking tracking, those old tricks will only turn your business into a massive financial risk. Therefore, your only real strategy to survive and win this game is to clean up your asset structures from the inside out. Do not allow your business to stand in as a front for foreign capital trying to slip into nations' no-fly zones. Instead, focus on building actual verifiable value, build strong, transparent alliances with clean and massive partners, and ensure your cash flow perfectly matches your reward productivity. That is the only steel armored issue that will keep your feminist empire safe, sustainable, and thriving under the sun. And I am acting with Lâm Bình Brianna, a litigation and corporate strategy lawyer. Shift your focus to what you can control, stay completely within the light of law, and I will see you in the next strategy